The following quote is from Stop the World, the autobiography of Winnie Ewing. This text is from Chapter 8, The Member for Moray and Nairn.
The 40% amendment was introduced by George Cunningham, the MP for Islington, who had been at school in Scotland but who had spent his career working for the diplomatic service and the Labour Party. On the face of it appeared simple and reasonable, for all it required was that 40% of the electorate must approve the measure before it could be automatically implemented. However, the implications of the 40% rule quickly became clear to most Scottish MPs. The vote would be held on an electoral register which would be at least, in some parts of Scotland, 20% inaccurate given the fact that it was not completely up to date. Normally the dead and those who have moved home are not counted in any election, but under the 40% rule they would all automatically be included as no voters, so would the sick and those who chose to stay at home. But there are other problems with a fixed tariff. 28,000 students were registered then, both at home and at their place of study. A yes vote in one place would be cancelled by the implicit no vote in the other. This ludicrous situation was exemplified by the case of George Reid, whose house had 2 doors on different streets and who, by an error, was registered to vote at both addresses. His front door vote would be cancelled by not appearing to cast his back door vote. But if he voted twice he would be breaking the law. The arithmetic of the 40% rule clinched the matter. If, for whatever reason of weather or difficulty, only 40% of the Scottish electorate voted in the referendum, every one of them would have to vote yes in order for it to succeed. Even on a reasonable turnout of 70%, 58% would have to vote yes in order to win. That is not democracy, that is gerrymandering.